football on this stage. Joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats offense will go to work first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse. But it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success. But play within yourself. Make those plays. Don't make the big mistakes.
Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He will have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Douglas.
Sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They're working that left side. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Northwestern will send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will take the field for the first time. And, David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
To the air, it's Hawkins. On the run, still looking. Quarterback gets the first down and more. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he knocked that one short, trying to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. These guys have taken some serious lumps in Big Ten play, and I want to see if they've become demoralized.
Yeah, I think you're going to find out a lot about their mental toughness here in this game, because at the start of the season, they were hoping to compete in Big Ten play. They've had some bounces not go their way. They've had some guys get injured. And now is the time in this game right here that you can turn it around by getting a win.
And it's hard. Obviously, it's such a difficult conference. The Big Ten, you got to bring your A game so many times as you do get deep. You've had some setbacks. Now, how are we going to finish? We've talked about this season. We've talked about what we want to do, and we might not be living up to expectations, but we can control finishing strong.
Wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Fit it in the window for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a grab on the shot. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Grab in the backfield. It's Flanagan. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. To the air, it's Douglas. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incomplete.
There he goes. He gets the job done. He got the first down and getting down. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously.
Base 27 jump. Base 20 ready.
Leaves it with the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Makes the run. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To the air on 1st down. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Snagged in the middle. It's Barkley. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there. Saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Power football with the run. Breaks the tackle. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. Got the 1st down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got to move. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Yellow Jackets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. He's already been, now he's...
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over South Carolina. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, we'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Walks one high and deep. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Got his man quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here we go.
Looking downfield, it's Douglas. He's got the touchdown. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. I think that receiver really had 2 choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone. Man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He'll do it himself on the draw. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Now from inside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Quick strike complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. To the air, it's Douglas. Looking to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely perfect. And that's going to tie it up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
You got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Good timing on the quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. And off to the shotgun. Can't get to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shot.
Makes the grab at the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you saw him there. Shot out of a can. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand the circumstances.
Goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. It's complete on the right side. Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room. 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Douglas. Finds his man. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They boot it away on 4th down. Wants to return it. He gets a block. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Alexander. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting them on the ground.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. So now on comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Northwestern will kick it off as we start the 3rd quarter. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll start this 3rd quarter with a run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got a man, it's Allen. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. They'll put him in play from the 41 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw.
Job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Gonna run it. It's Ray. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. 1st down from the 43. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Douglas. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Northwestern will have to punt it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now, a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab onside. But it's a seam. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. He lost one down the sideline. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Northwestern will send out the punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. So they picked up that last 1st down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the 1st down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And the beatdown has ensued. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be...
They get him a push, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Here comes the heat. Finds the tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Man down on the play is the official, turning it on! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. He's got him down the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Picks up what he can and then slides.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it, he's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go right back to him. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense. Getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Douglas. Rushes on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. That's it, 5. Complete to the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
They go to the wide receiver screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Pulls it in. It's McGee. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. He'll keep it himself. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Scanning the field, it's Douglas. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the fullback. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Yellow Jackets line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Behind the line, it's Johnson. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Douglas. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 30. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Running to Green. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Fine play action. Unloads to the wide. Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Wilson will throw. Makes a grab over the middle.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape.
Breaks into the open. Got some room into the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
On the move from inside his 5. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.